rise for the Honorable Judge Carroll. In the matter of Jack Hoffman versus Kiara T. Case number 9 of 2024. Did you take this Bible?
Hold it in your right hand.
Repeat after me. I swear by Almighty God
I swear by Almighty God
that the evidence I will give
that the evidence I will give
touching and concerning this matter
touching and concerning this matter
in question between
the
parties shall be the truth,
party shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right. Thank you, sir. Ms. Kiara T. Need you to hold this Bible in your right hand. Repeat after me. I swear by Almighty God
I swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence
that
I shall give
that the evidence that I shall give
touching and concerning this matter
touching and concerning this matter
between the parties shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Ms. Kiara T. Thank you, ma'am.
Jack Hoffman, the plaintiff, is suing Kiara T. for damages to his Mercedes Benz and also for personal injuries he says he got when she collided into his car. Defendant Kiara T. says Hoffman jumped out of his car at the scene of the accident, clad only in a pair of jockey shorts.
Mr. Hoffman, you are bringing a case against Ms. T,
Yes, Your Worship.
and the reason for your claim is what exactly?
She hit my car and she had no insurance. Her car wasn't licensed
Okay,
and
when
she
did this
had no
accident
license,
happen?
ma'am. This accident happened 2 weeks ago at 4 a.m., ma'am. 4:38 to be exact, ma'am.
The accident happened 4:38 in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And where did it happen?
It happened on Beatrice Avenue. I was turning off of the road by the canals. That's where I do my morning prayer. And I was coming from prayer. And I turned onto to go to Seabreeze, and she obviously hit me. She seemed intoxicated
I
at
don't
the
know if
time,
she
Your Honor.
obviously hit you. You were so Beatrice Avenue. This is in the Seabreeze area. Is that
Yes,
right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. What sort of car were you driving?
I drive a 2022 Mercedes Benz, ma'am, AMG 22-inch rims, low profiles, ma'am.
I beg your pardon?
A 2022
Yes.
Mercedes Benz AMG
AMG.
22-inch rims, low profile tires, ma'am.
She didn't ask you all of
I
that.
don't know. Today seems to be a day about tires. Okay. All right. This is a fairly new vehicle. So what damage was done to your vehicle?
Well, the rim was cracked.
The rim.
The rim.
Which rim? It has four, eh?
It has rim, yes. The rear driver side was cracked, ma'am.
Is it left-hand drive?
No, ma'am.
Right-hand drive. So on the
This
right
is a left-hand drive. Sorry, ma'am.
see,
Yes.
you dance
yes.
that.
Miss T,
Sorry.
in this court, no, that's okay, officer. Thank you. In this court, when I need to hear from you, hello? Yes. When I need to hear from you, I will ask you the questions and you will have an opportunity to say your side of the story. It is not helpful, not to mention rude, for you to keep interrupting. So try and control yourself, please. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so sorry, what was the last thing I asked you? I forgot.
The damage of the car,
Oh, yes,
ma'am.
okay, so right, and you were telling me that the rear right side rim was damaged.
The left. she hit me on the driver's side. It's a left-hand drive. She hit me on the driver's side at the rear.
Okay.
She hit my rim. It's very expensive, ma'am. She cracked it. Has a chip. She also scratched my fender.
Okay. Did you suffer any injuries yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Right now, I have back injuries. You know, it's very painful to walk. And also, ever since the accident, I now have indigestion, Your Honor.
That has something to do with the accident?
I would imagine so, because I didn't have indigestion before, Your Honor.
I see. Okay. All right. I'll have to see the medical report on that. So you were turning, let's go through the scenario one more time so I could understand. You were on Beatrice and you were making a left turn, is it? Onto...
I was taking a right onto, just to go towards Seabreeze Lane, ma'am.
I see. You were taking a right onto Seabreeze, coming from...
I just call it the Canals Corner. That's where I go to pray in the morning.
I see. Okay. So, that hour of the morning, it would have been dark. Did you see her?
Ma'am, I thought it was a motorbike at first because she only had one headlight.
I see. Okay. Do you have any evidence of the damage, of the cost to repair the damage to your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me have a look at it, please. Officer Woodside, you can let me... Pass me the documents, please, that he has. Okay, this is quite a considerable amount of the damage. Have you had your vehicle repaired as yet?
No, ma'am. That's a quote to have it repaired, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. T, have you seen his quote?
No, ma'am. I didn't even know his vehicle was damaged.
All right. Let me hear from you now then. What happened?
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carroll.
All I see is he swing out the corner to go wherever he was going, say, going to prayer. But when we spoke afterwards, he said he was coming from his booty call.
A police did come on the scene, ma'am.
Yes.
Obviously, he was her friend because he threatened me.
Justice with Judge Carroll is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, and more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today. To get your case heard, call 242-445-4955 or email us at info@judgecarroll.net.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices?
Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital. ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
Justice with Judge Carroll.
So I was coming all the way from Carmichael, 4:30. What'd you say? 4:38 a.m. Yes, ma'am. To go and pick up my boyfriend to go all the way back down Lyford Key, and coming in that area at that time, I was wide awake and vigilant with my two headlights coming in that area. I was turning left onto that, and all I see is he swing out the corner to go wherever he was going, say, going to prayer. But when we spoke afterwards, he said he was coming from his booty call. I don't know nothing about that. You see my ring, you see this rock. I don't do none of that. But he was deluded and out of it, and in his jockey and all of that. I don't do none of that foolishness. I know I may seem a little older and ghetto, but I 4.0 from the UB University, all of that. Judge, I drive a lil, I call her a Benz, but she just a lil 2000 Sentra, passed down from my grandmother. I'm on the insurance and I have my license and all of that.
Did the police come to the scene?
No, ma'am. We never got that far.
So how do I know that you had your license and insurance? Did you bring them to court with you today?
No, ma'am, but I have a picture on my phone. I could show you.
Did you show Mr. Just a moment, just a moment. Just slow down a minute.
Yes,
Did you all have any conversation after this incident?
Yes, ma'am. We had a conversation. He spoke to me and he told me, oh, I could just pay him a little $350, little something, and we could do little something afterwards because he came from one booty call to the next. But I told him I don't do none of that. I going to pick up my little partner. I have my rock, and he said that was straight. But he got angry and frustrated and told me, yeah, since I couldn't do it, yeah.
Objection.
Yes, Mr. Hoffman, what do you have to say about that?
Your Honor, we never had any kind of conversation. A police did come on the scene, ma'am.
Yes.
Obviously, he was her friend because he threatened me.
How long did it take for the police to come?
About 25 minutes, ma'am.
Oh, that's a lie, because you know Nassau police don't even come there for murder. So what they come there
That's
for?
how I know he was your friend.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. I'll come back to you for your side on this part.
I feel as though I'm not being heard enough.
No, you wouldn't be heard because if you're talking while he's talking, I can't hear you. That's why I'm asking you to be quiet.
Thank you,
Yes,
Your
sir.
Worship. A police did come.
Yes?
He threatened that I was in the wrong. Obviously, she
Did
was
he
in.
write up anything, sir?
He didn't, ma'am. That's why we're here today.
Did
He
you
said-
produce any documents to him? Did you produce a driver's license or insurance
Absolutely.
at the scene?
He requested that I produce all of that, but he asked nothing of her, Your Honor. She acted shaken up and afraid, and he came to me and said, obviously, I did something wrong to her before he reached because she said that I attacked her, Your Honor, which I did not. I'm a man of the cloth. I believe in the one true living God. I do not do these kind of things. And I'm insulted by the fact that she said I was in my underwear, Your Honor. It was a short pants because sometimes after prayer I go for a swim. It was a short trunks, Your Honor.
Okay, so the police came there. You produced documents, she produced nothing. This is what you're telling me.
Absolutely nothing, Your Honor.
Okay, what damage, did you notice any damage to her vehicle?
Your Honor, to be honest, the car seemed like a total wreck from front to back. I don't know if they'll be able to for me to say that any damage was done because it was an extremely damaged car already.
Okay, so you all had this accident in the road. The police came 25 minutes after. You produced your insurance and your driver's license, and then you never heard anything since then?
No. When I went to road traffic to see if there was a report done, they said none was submitted, Your Honor.
Well, you would have to be the one to go to road traffic. The officer didn't tell you to
No.
go to submit it?
No, he said I was supposed to come there after he did the assessment. I would then go to road traffic to pick it up to be able to provide to the court.
To get the road
Yes.
the report.
Yes.
I see. And how far? Let's talk about this accident again for a moment. About how far? Sorry, not how far. How fast were you traveling?
Your Honor, after prayer, I usually travel at 20 miles per hour.
You know something? I don't know about what Ms. T is saying about what you were doing or were not doing. I'm interested in the accident, though. I'm not interested in how often you pray. And every chance you get, you keep telling me about you went to prayer and you came from prayer and you went to prayer. What you were doing prior to the accident is not really my concern in trying to determine who is responsible for this accident.
Yes, Your
So you
Worship.
don't have to keep telling me about what you normally do when you go to pray and where you go to pray and what you do after you pray.
No, the reason I elaborate on prayer is because I have a regimen. After prayer, I do everything differently.
I am not interested in your regimen, sir. That's what I'm
sorry,
saying
Your
to
Worship.
you. I am interested in the accident. And you're bringing a claim against her for me to assess whether or not she is liable in law for the damage that you say she caused to your vehicle.
Yes, Your Worship.
Right. So don't keep telling me about, you know, what your regimen is and what you, where you go to pray and how long you go to pray for and all of that. So I was asking, you said you were making a turn.
Yes, Your Worship.
And then she collided with your vehicle, the left rear side of your vehicle.
Yes.
Okay, but you, well, you said you thought she was a motorcycle.
Correct, Your Honor.
Because she had one headlight.
Yes, and no signal.
Okay, what was the damage that was done to your vehicle, Miss T?
My front bumper was off, and I only had some paint scraped off. Nothing much was done.
Well, it can't be the bumper and the paint. Because, I mean, if the bumper came off, I wouldn't be interested in the bumper came, the paint came off where?
The paint came off from the side.
Your Honor, the car was not even painted, Your Honor. There's no paint anywhere on the car. It's
Mr.
just bundled.
Hoffman.
Sorry, Your Honor.
The same rule that applies for her applies for you,
Sorry,
you know.
Your Honor. Sorry.
No interruption. Okay, so the bumper came off your car, the front.
Yes, ma'am.
Has your car been fixed?
I only pick it up and push it back on. That ain't no thing.
Okay, so you didn't have to have your car repaired?
No, ma'am, not necessarily.
How fast were you driving?
Say about 25 miles.
I see. Did you see Mr. Hoffman?
Most definitely. I see that little thing. Whoosh.
Well, it couldn't be whoosh because you ran up into him.
I did not run up into him, ma'am.
Yes, but you're saying whoosh, like he went by you, but he didn't go by you because you collided with him. So how did this collision happen?
I saw the car swing in front of me in a blink of an eye. So that's how I was able to see him. I did not see him from a distance, but I saw him in the moment in front of me. And that's when my life flashed.
I don't know about your light now. Now you're going too far because now you're talking about your light flashing before your eyes.
Your Honor.
And you said it was no. You see, when people come to court,
I don't usually be in accidents,
and people tell lies. It's an easy enough way to find out, you know, because you just finished saying to me that it was no little thing. It was just a little thing.
It was no little thing, but I'm a sensitive person, Your Honor. I'm a woman, and doing all of this is too emotional for me. I just feel it.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carroll.
Remember, I said I could only hear one person at a time.
Your Honor, when he said objection earlier, you allowed him to speak, but I apologize.
When people start trying to change the story at the end of the evidence, that also causes me concern.
Justice with Judge Carroll, brought to you by Shop Smart. Shop early, shop often, shop smart. Love the show and want to sit in on the action? Call 242-445-4955 or email info@judgecarroll.net.
A new year brings a new lineup. ZNS is bringing you what you want to watch, so don't blink. What's Trending Lifestyles in the Afternoon starts out the daily programming at 4 p.m. This is followed by Unleashed at 5 p.m., a show that dives headfirst into all topics ranging from headline grabbers to current events. At 6 p.m., Grand Bahama's The Bounce Back graces the airwaves, a review of Grand Bahama's recovery. 6:30 p.m. brings the news from Grand Bahama, and 7 p.m. brings The Big Show, the new Bahamas Tonight, followed by a continuation of news with the Bahamas Tonight Access Now at 7:30 p.m. News with a new twist. Surprise, surprise! At 8 p.m., The Rundown, nightly news analysis for all of the big stories of the day. And wrapping things up at 11 p.m. is The Bahamas Tonight, bringing you fresh news. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS.
Justice with Judge Carroll.
This is the same thing she did.
I have to say the same thing to you that I just said to Mr. Hoffman. I'm interested in the accident, trying to determine who is liable. So the same way I am really not interested in his prayer routine, I am not interested in your emotional outburst. Because the facts are the facts, and they're going to remain the facts, whether you have an emotional outburst or not. And I am trying to find out the truth of how this who caused the accident? How was the accident caused? Who caused the accident? How fast did you say you were traveling?
20 miles per hour, Your Honor, and my light was on green.
And your light was on green. But you said you were going into Seabreeze Lane from Beatrice Avenue.
Yes, the intersection, ma'am, Your Honor.
We don't have a light.
And so you were turning, but you said you were making a right turn.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you know, I have to say you have me confused. You would have left from, maybe I'm not understanding as to where you say you were.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on Beatrice, and you are making a, you were heading, when you were making the turn, you were heading north or you were heading south?
Heading east. I was coming from, that would be south.
You were coming from south?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I think I was assuming that you were coming from north. You were coming from south. That's why you were making the right turn.
Objection, Your Honor.
And you, ma'am,
sorry.
Remember I said I could only hear one person at a time.
Your Honor, when he said objection earlier, you allowed him to speak, but I apologize.
So,
Thank you. So, you were turning right from Beatrice onto Seabreeze, and you say you had the green light.
Yes, Your Worship.
Yeah, so you would have been almost through the corner if she would have hit you at the back of your vehicle, the back left side of your vehicle.
Correct.
Okay. And so what do you have to say about this, ma'am?
He said that I hit him from the front, one.
When he said that? He
I never
that.
said that, Your Worship.
No, he never said that. He never said that.
He did say that I hit him.
The only
from
reason
front.
I couldn't understand, he was saying the back, and I was trying to figure out how come if it was left or right back, but it was never the front, ma'am. So,
and he was coming from the north.
Okay, see, when people start trying to change the story at the end of the evidence, that also causes me concern. I was trying to follow. I went back over to make sure that I understood what he was saying, what you were saying. I accept his evidence, Ms. T.
No problem.
I accept the evidence of Mr. Jack Hoffman that he had the right of way, he had the light, and that you collided into him, not the other way around, that you collided into him, causing the damage to his vehicle. And so on the basis that I am accepting his evidence, I am finding judgment for the plaintiff. What I don't have from you, I think, Mr. Hoffman, is the amount of your claim. This here, your estimate is for $7,806.15. That's what you're asking this court to give you?
Yes, as well as my medical quote, ma'am. You never asked me for the medical quote, which I got.
So, oh, okay. Do I have that?
No, I have it here.
Let me see. Okay, that's right, because you said you had back injuries and indigestion.
Yes, ma'am.
Officer, let me have a copy of his quote, please. You have a medical report about indigestion. I understand the back injuries, but I don't know about this indigestion part. I see an estimate here. I see a medical bill, but I don't see a medical report.
Yes, Your Honor. I left that. The hospital said I had to pay for that, and I didn't have any liquid at the moment as I'm property rich.
Well, I don't know. You
Your
could
Honor.
probably take some Pepto-Bismol for
No,
your
he needs to get
indigestion.
tested. That's what.
No,
That's
I'm
why
not
he
going to
left
make any
it.
award for indigestion. That's Pepto-Bismol. But, okay, the spinal, neck, these are some very big numbers there. 7,500.
just the spine on the neck is a very important part of the body, Your Honor. That's what the
Of
doctor
course, it's an
explained.
important part. 10,000. Well, the vehicle damage, what I'm going to do, I don't have a medical report. I accept your evidence that she collided into you, that you did suffer injuries. I can accept this. I will give you, looking at this, I will give you $5,000 for your medical expenses and the $7,806.15. So what is that? 12, 8 or so. All right. So the award for the plaintiff that I find is $12,806.50. Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Worship. I appreciate your time, ma'am.
All rise. This matter is now adjourned.
The court ruled in favor of the plaintiff, awarding him monies for damages to his car.
I absolutely did get justice from Judge Carroll. I feel that she was very firm, just, and fair. And hopefully I can get my cash to get my body checked and my vehicle fixed.
I ain't got no justice, and I know which part of my rear they could get that money from. But it is what it is. Moving on to the next. I do what I do, and I get my next car anyway.